Polar bears primarily inhabit the sea ice of the Arctic Ocean and its surrounding areas, although they can also be found on land during certain times of the year. They are most commonly found along the coasts of Alaska, Canada, Greenland, Norway, and Russia. Polar bears face numerous threats, primarily due to climate change and habitat loss. The reduction in Arctic sea ice negatively impacts their ability to hunt and travel, leading to decreased body condition and reproductive success. They are listed as vulnerable by the International Union for Conservation of Nature. Polar bears have a thick, insulating layer of fur that appears white, which helps them blend into their icy surroundings. However, their fur is actually translucent, and their skin beneath is black. This black skin helps them absorb sunlight, providing additional warmth in their frigid habitat. The combination of white fur and black skin is an adaptation known as countershading, which helps them camouflage effectively whether they are viewed from above or below while hunting on sea ice. Polar bears have a large, robust build with adaptations suited for life in the Arctic. Their bodies are streamlined for swimming and hunting in icy waters, and they have large, heavily furred paws that act as snowshoes, providing traction on slippery ice and allowing them to distribute their weight more effectively. Their claws are also sharp and curved, aiding in gripping the ice and catching prey. Additionally, polar bears have a thick layer of blubber beneath their skin, which provides insulation against the cold and serves as an energy reserve during periods of fasting. Adult polar bears typically measure around 2.2 to 2.5 meters in length from nose to tail. However, some exceptionally large males can reach lengths of up to 3 meters. Adult male polar bears can weigh anywhere from 410 to 720 kilograms on average, although weights up to 1,000 kilograms have been recorded for exceptionally large individuals. Female polar bears are generally smaller, weighing between 150 to 295 kilograms on average. Polar bears living in different regions may exhibit variations in size and weight, with individuals in areas with abundant food resources generally being larger than those in less productive regions. The size and weight of polar bears can also vary seasonally due to changes in food availability and feeding behavior. Bears typically build up their fat reserves during the summer and autumn months when food is more readily available, and they may lose weight during the winter when hunting becomes more challenging. Polar bears are generally solitary animals, but they do interact with each other on occasion, especially during the mating season and when mothers are raising cubs. Male polar bears may engage in dominance displays and aggressive interactions, particularly when competing for mates or food resources. Polar bears are highly mobile animals and may travel long distances in search of food, mates, or suitable denning sites. They have large home ranges that can span hundreds of square miles and may migrate seasonally in response to changes in sea ice conditions and prey availability. Polar bears are skilled stalkers and will quietly approach seal breathing holes or seal lairs on the ice, waiting patiently for seals to surface. They may lie in wait near seal breathing holes or near areas where seals haul out onto the ice, using their white fur as camouflage against the snow and ice. Polar bears are powerful swimmers and may surprise seals from beneath the water, lunging out to grab them as they surface. Polar bears are known for their patience, sometimes waiting for hours near seal breathing holes or seal lairs for the opportunity to make a successful kill. Polar bears primarily prey on seals, particularly ringed seals and bearded seals, which are abundant in Arctic waters. They may also hunt other seal species like harp seals and hooded seals. In addition to seals, polar bears will opportunistically feed on other marine mammals such as walruses and beluga whales, as well as fish, seabirds, bird eggs, and carrion. Polar bears are known to scavenge carcasses, including those of marine mammals like whales or seals, as well as carrion washed ashore. They are capable of detecting and consuming carrion from long distances using their keen sense of smell. Polar bears may emit deep, guttural growls to express aggression or dominance, especially during confrontations with other bears over food or mates. Roaring is another vocalization used by polar bears, often during mating season to attract potential mates or to establish territory. Roars can be loud and resonant, carrying over long distances. Chuffing is a non-threatening vocalization used by polar bears in social interactions, especially between a mother and her cubs. It's a soft, huffing sound often used to reassure or communicate playfulness. Similar to chuffing, huffing is a short, forceful exhalation often used by polar bears to indicate agitation or discomfort. It can also be used as a warning signal to deter potential threats. Polar bears may emit snorting sounds, which are short, sharp exhalations often used during aggressive encounters or when alert to potential danger. Young polar bear cubs may emit whining sounds, similar to those of domestic dog puppies, to communicate distress, hunger, or a desire for attention from their mother. Some researchers have reported polar bears making clicking sounds, particularly when communicating underwater or during social interactions, although this behavior is less well documented. The mating season for polar bears typically occurs in late spring or early summer, typically between April and June. This timing coincides with the period when sea ice begins to break up and polar bears have easier access to potential mates. Male polar bears will actively seek out female mates during the breeding season, often traveling long distances across the sea ice in search of receptive females. Courtship behaviors may include vocalizations, posturing, and scent marking to attract mates and establish dominance. After mating, fertilized eggs undergo a period of delayed implantation, meaning they do not immediately attach to the uterine wall. Instead, they remain suspended in the female's reproductive tract until conditions are favorable for pregnancy. This adaptation allows polar bears to synchronize the timing of birth with environmental factors, such as the availability of prey. Pregnant female polar bears will typically seek out suitable dens in late autumn or early winter, typically between October and December, to give birth to their cubs. Dens are often located in snowdrifts or excavated into the snow, providing insulation and protection from the harsh Arctic elements. The gestation period for polar bears is approximately 195 to 265 days, including the period of delayed implantation. Actual embryonic development occurs during the final stages of pregnancy, typically lasting around 2 to 3 months. Polar bear cubs are usually born between late November and early January, although exact timing can vary depending on the individual and environmental conditions. Litters typically consist of 1 to 3 cubs, although twins are most common. Female polar bears provide extensive maternal care to their cubs, nursing them in the den for several months until they are strong enough to venture outside. Cubs remain with their mother for about 2 to 3 years, learning essential survival skills such as hunting, swimming, and navigating the sea ice. Polar bears, particularly young cubs, engage in playful behaviors that help them develop important skills for survival, such as hunting and social interaction. Play behaviors may include wrestling, sliding on ice, and mock hunting. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe for even more viewing pleasure. Don't forget, like and comment. Feel free to share.